I think we are there on the call today.
And that's okay, Mataji. People will start coming in a while. Just 2-3 minutes, they will come.
Okay, yeah.
But you can start taking introductions if you like.
Yeah, sure, Mataji. Sure. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha Japa Group mid-morning session. Vancha kalpata rubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patityanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrindi ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. Guru Maharaj ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is Harita from Missouri City, Texas, welcoming all of you to this mid-morning Japa session. We will be moving towards our Sri Caitnaya Bhagavata. Before that, I would like to request all the devotees present on the call to please introduce themselves. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Jai Shri Prabhupada. This is Preeti Vilasini Devi Dasi from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you, Mataji, for your warm welcoming. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Preeti Vilasini Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru and Gauranga. Thanks for your beautiful recitation and your wonderful services, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dhanavad pranams. Glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharajas and all the assembled Vaishnavas. This is Kirtida Sundari Dasi.
Hare Krishna, Kirtida Sundari Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru and Gauranga. Thank you very much for joining today's session, Mataji, and thank you for all your wonderful services and wonderful classes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Harita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru and Gauranga. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji, when you're working. And thanks for all your wonderful, wonderful services, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, anyone wants to introduce themselves? Hare Krishna, dear devotees, if anyone wants to introduce yourself, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to Vaishnavas. This is Vikas Sastya from India.
Hare Krishna, Vikas Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru and Gauranga. Thank you very much for joining the call, Prabhuji. Are you joining for the first time, Prabhuji?
No, I joined
Okay.
many times, but not introduced.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thanks a lot. Please keep joining, Prabhuji. We have a Bhagavatam class in the morning also at 6:20 of US time. So you can check I think it's 5:30 p.m. evening in India time. So please join. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandavat pranams.
Hare Krishna, Sumi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances.
Yeah. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Sumi from Jersey City. Thank you, Mataji. Sorry.
Hare Krishna, Sumi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru and Gauranga. Thank you very much for joining today's session, Mataji, and your wonderful realizations. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Priyamvada Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru and Gauranga. Thanks for joining the session, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Neetu from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna, Neetu Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru and Gauranga. Thank you very much for joining today's session, Mataji, and please keep joining. Hare Krishna, I know you join most of the sessions, Mataji. I hear your name. Thank you very much for joining regularly. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Now let us move to our next session, that is Sri Caitanya Bhagavata. So today's class will be given by her. Okay, Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha Japa mid-morning session. So let us move to our next session, that is Sri Caitanya Bhagavata. So today's class will be given by Her Grace Antaranga Tulasi Devi Dasi Mataji on the topic of Sri Caitanya Bhagavata Madhya khanda 14.43 to 57. Hare Krishna Mataji, are you present on the call?
Mataji, you can read what quote?
Yeah, before that, let me read the Srila Prabhupada's quote. Give me 1 second, Mataji, I'm pulling it up. Yeah. So, September 23rd, Radharani is the source of spiritual inspiration. Calcutta, September 23rd, 1974, by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Meanwhile, if anyone wants to introduce themselves, you can please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandvat Pranam to you and all Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev Ki Jai.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Gopika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much for joining daily all the sessions, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Very fortunate to be in your association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to all the Guru Maharaj and all the assembled devotees. This is Kiran Goyal from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna, Kiran Goyal Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru and Gauranga. Thanks a lot, Mataji, for joining today's session, and please do keep joining. Hare Krishna, Antaranga Tulasi Devi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru and Gauranga. Thank you for giving your valuable association and time today for us. So today's topic is Sri Caitanya Bhagavata Madhya khanda 14.43 to 57, Mataji. Please take over the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanat Pranam. All the dear devotees assembled here, please accept my humble obeisances. Am I clearly audible?
Yes, Mataji, you are.
Yeah. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity again to relish Sri Caitanya Bhagavat in the association of such wonderful devotees. Let's begin with the Mangalacharan prayers. Om Jnana Timirantasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगे राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरद्विषे नमः नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताक स्वामी निति नामिने नम आचार्य पादाय प्रदायिने गौरकथा धामदाय नगर ग्राम तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधारा श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे आजानुलम्बितभुजौ कनकावधातौ सङ्कीर्तनैकपितरौ कमलायदाक्षौ विश्वम्भरौ द्विजवरौ युगधर्मपालौ वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरौ करुणावतारौ जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा वृंदावन दास ठाकुर की जय चैतन्य भागवत मध्य खंडा chapter 14 text 43 onwards. So this chapter 14 of Madhya Khanda is a chapter that describes the wonderful state of the heavenly planets and the denizens of the heavenly planets, the state of the universal managers. This whole universe is such a big creation, such a wonderful institution going on. The sun rises every day on time, sets on time, the wind, the water, the fire, everything is working perfectly. Every living entity are having their life in a wonderful way. They're all getting the proper bodies in the proper time. All the bodies are functioning properly as per one's karma. Such a very integral, intensive, such a difficult and complex system working perfectly because of these universal managers who are Brahmaji, Lord Shiva, Indra, Chandra, Surya, Varuna, etc. All the demigods. They're all the administrative people of the Lord, appointed by the Lord to take care and run the administration of this world properly. So those universal managers, their state after the Jagai Madai pastime has happened. As Vrindavan Das Thakur, in Vrindavan Das Thakur's words, after Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu delivered the Brahmana Daityas or the Brahmana demons. So there were two demons. The Lord, every time he incarnates and he kills some demons. So this time the demons he faced were two Brahmana demons, that is Jagai and Madhai. So in chapter 12 and 13, we discussed how the Lord delivered these two personalities. And by the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decided to deliver them, and they are delivered. And then the demigods and especially Sri Yamaraj, the superintendent of death, a Mahajan, Maha Vaishnava, Yamaraj, he, Dharmaraj also is called, his state and all the demigods, their state when they witness this pastime and the after effects of that. That is what is being described in this chapter. So from this, when we read this chapter, you have all read this chapter, and we are in the end, the tail end of this chapter today. So we can see how much the amount of sinful activities performed by Jagai and Madhai. Can someone tell me what does Chitragupta say when Yamaraj asks him that how much sins these two personalities have performed? What is the answer by Chitragupta?
Hare Krishna,
Uncountable. Yes, Mataji.
we couldn't hear you for a while. Now it's fine.
I had asked a question. Bhagyashri Mataji.
Chitragupta said, Hare Krishna Mataji, Chitragupta said that to exhaust their sins, we have to create another planet. They're that much sinful.
They have committed so much sins. So when Yamaraj asked, how many sin did these two commit? So that time Chitragupta says, if 100,000 scribes continually recited for 1 month, they could not complete such a task. Scribe means one who writes, So expert writers who are fast in writing, whose job is to write records, So if 100,000 scribe, that is 1 laksha, they continuously write, they still cannot complete. And Yamaraj, if you hear with 100,000 ears, you still cannot hear the full account of their sins. So this much sin they had done. So the writers who are writing, the sin, the record of the sins, they could not keep pace with the sins that these two were performing. And so much sin, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he nullified in just 1 second. Just a fraction of a second nullified. So dear devotees, when we read this, we should not think this is an exaggeration. It looks like an exaggeration. Yamaraj is not able to keep count. How is that possible? Or what is this, But this is not an exaggeration at all. It is all plain facts. This is how sinful the Jaga and Madhai were. And the Lord has delivered them. So this is so unbelievable for the demigods themselves. And therefore, they are all now just thinking of this mercy of the Lord, thinking of this most unimaginable event happening in front of their eyes. They have witnessed it. They are all in great ecstasy, just thinking of how merciful Mahaprabhu is. They are feeling so fortunate to see this pastime. They are in such great ecstasy that we'll just read now what kind of ecstasy they are in, how these universal managers who are such big people who have done to reach this post of Brahma, how much pious activities one should do, how many yajnas, how much pious karma one has to become the Brahma, how powerful is a person like Brahma. He is the creator. Can you imagine? He is the one who is, by the instructions of the Lord, he is creating this world. Narada, he is the guru of Vyasadeva, who compiled all these literatures. All of these persons, we will see how they are dancing in ecstasy of just by looking at this wonderful pastime of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Reading from text 43. Shabe Mahabhagavata Krishna Rase Mahamatta Sabe Kare Bhakti Adhyapana Vediya Brahmara Pashe Kande Chadi Dirghavase Chariya Prabhuro Karuna. All of those Mahabhagavatas taught the science of devotional service by becoming intoxicated in the mellows of Krishna consciousness. Surrounding Brahma, they cried and sighed deeply as they remembered the Lord's compassion. Mahabhagavatas means all the demigods. They're all there. In the previous verse, the persons are mentioned. The Mahabhagavatas are Kashyapa, Kardama, Daksha, Manu, Bhrigu. These persons were all accompanying Brahmaji when Brahma came there. So Lord Shiva has come. Lord Shiva has come with Kartikeya and Ganesha. They are on either side of Lord Shiva. And then Yamaraj is there, and then there is Brahmaji who is surrounded by Kashyapa, Kardama, Daksha, Manu, and Bhrigu. So these are the Mahabhagavatas who are surrounding Brahma and they're crying just by remembering the Lord's compassion. Devarshi Narada nache rohiya Brahmaro pache nayane bahaye prema jal paiya jashe rashima kathava rohila vina na janaye anande bihwal. As Devarshi Narada danced by the side of Brahma, tears of love flowed from his eyes. After realizing the Lord's unlimited glories, he became so overwhelmed in ecstasy that he forgot his veena. This is the ecstasy limit of Narada. Narada Muni, whenever we think of Narada Muni, the first thing that we remember is his top knot, saffron dress, and veena. This is his identity. He's always carrying his veena in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, chapter 4, chapter 5. We see our Narad Muni, he explains his previous life to Vyasdev. And at that time, he is explaining that he was son of maid servant, and then he attained the Lord mercy by the mercy of the Bhakti Vedantist. And then after receiving this body of Narad Muni, after becoming Narada again, he says that this Veena was presented to him. And in that Veena, he always sings the glories of the Lord. And this divine instrument, it vibrates the names and the holy names of the Lord. It's a very, very special Veena, and this especially belonging to Narad Muni. So he was so much in ecstasy that he forgot where his Veena was. In that much, in Bengali, we call Uddanda Nritya. Uddanda Nritya means the most highest form of dance. In ultimate ecstasy, in so much happiness, one forgets what one is doing. One forgets one's atmosphere. One forgets where one's belonging are. That when one is in the highest state of emotion, this happens. We can see when Lord Krishna, he was in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and Bhishma was standing, and it was a very tight moment, very intense moment. Bhishma has vowed that I will either kill Arjuna or I will make Krishna pick up his weapon. And the Lord is seeing that his dear devotee Arjuna is being harmed so much by the arrows of Bhishma Dev. And the Lord cannot tolerate this. And he decides to break his own promise to glorify his devotee. He comes down with such an anger he is in, and he lifts the wheel of a chariot and runs. In that extreme anger, the Lord forgets his externals, and his upper garment has fallen on the ground because of the speed in which he's walking. The Lord doesn't even realize that. And that is such a beautiful picture that Bhishma Dev always recollects. And Bhishma Dev says that was the ultimate cherishment, because Bhishma Dev was in the mood of warrior. He was in the mood of chivalrous bhava. He was enjoying that bhav of a warrior with the Lord. So seeing the Lord coming to attack him in this beautiful way, very angrily, that was very pleasing to Bhishma Dev, and it was pleasing to Krishna also. So like that, when one is in highest emotion, especially in the spiritual world, one can experience the true, real highest emotion. These emotions which we experience in material world of anger, here now also in materially also, we feel very happy when we get a very happy news. We forget our externals and we jump in joy. There is materially we feel happy, sad, angry. But these are all the perverted reflection of the true spiritual emotion. And here these personalities are experiencing that pure, unalloyed, true spiritual emotion. Directly looking at the pastime of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, seeing the Supreme Lord directly perform his most special, magnificent pastime, they are experiencing the highest spiritual bliss. So that is beyond comparison. And in that, such great sages like Narada. Who is Narada? He is the spiritual master of Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva is the one who compiled the Vedas, the Bhagavatam, the Purana, the Itihasas, the greatest scholar of all time. He is the literary incarnation of Lord himself. Narada is his guru. And Narada, he is such a great personality. He has access to travel anywhere in the three worlds. He has personally seen the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. So many pastimes of Radha and Krishna he has seen directly. He has direct access in the material world. He can go to the spiritual world also anytime he wants. He can wander in three worlds. He has seen everything in the world. So he is getting so happy and so ecstatic seeing something. Means we can imagine how special this pastime of the Lord is. That Narad Muni is so jubilant. He's forgot where is Veena. He's crying unlimitedly. This is Narad Muni. Next, another great personality comes. Even greater, even more interesting. Caitnaya Priya Bhritya Shuka Deva Kore Nritya Bhakti Rama Hima Shuka Jane লতাইয়া পড়ে ধুলি জাগায় মধায় বলি করে বহু দণ্ড প্রণামে. Shukadev Goswami, the beloved servant of Lord Chaitanya, knew the glories of devotional service. He danced, rolled in the dust, offered repeated obeisances while chanting the names of Jagai and Madhai. Chanting the names Jagai and Madhai. So Shukadev Goswami, Narad Muni is known to, go around and sing and dance and preach to people and always be in ecstasy. But Shukadev Goswami, we see, he is a very reserved character. In Bhagavatam, we see he doesn't easily talk to anyone. He doesn't show his spiritual emotions out so easily. We see in Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 1, when Shukadev Goswami's entry is being described by Suta Goswami, the sages of Naimisharana, they ask that how come Shukadev Goswami, who is a very big Vairagi, who is not easily identified by common people as a great soul. Generally, common people, they think he's a madman. How did this kind of a person come to the city of Hastinapur? He's a very renowned saint. He hardly goes to the places where materialistic people are. He's always in the forest. First of all, how come he came to Hastinapur? And secondly, the people of citizens of Hastinapur, how did they recognize Shukadev Goswami to be a great devotee? Because generally, when common people saw, they would think he's a madman. City people think like that. And thirdly, how did he come to meet the king? And how did the king hear from him Srimad Bhagavatam? Please explain. It was such a big curious topic. Sutta Goswami said Shukadev Goswami spoke Bhagavatam to Parikshit. So they were all interrupted. How is this possible? It's such an unbelievable thing. How Shukadev could come and how did the king realize his glories? So that is something very astonishing. They're asking question about it. So that time, Sutta Goswami explains that how Shukadev Goswami, the moment he appeared from the womb of his mother, he left immediately, renounced, and he left for the forest. That is how renounced he was. He was not even willing to spend time with his own father, who is none other than Vyasadeva. He is going through the forest, and he is like a madman, completely naked. He is a 16-year-old boy. He is naked and is walking in the forest. So that kind of a person he would hardly show his spiritual emotions outside. We don't find in Srimad Bhagavatam anywhere mentioned that Shukadev Goswami, while telling these pastimes of Krishna, by telling the pastimes of Srimad Bhagavatam, he was crying. By telling the pastimes of Nrsimhadev appearing from protecting Prahlad Maharaj, Shukadev Goswami was crying. Ecstatic symptoms are not mentioned. Shukadev Goswami would not easily show all these emotions. He is a very reserved man, and he was in the state of Paramahamsa. He was in the state of Brahma Bhuta state. That kind of a person he was. So in Bhagavatam only there is a beautiful verse. Itham bhuta gunohari atma ramascha munayo nirgrantha apyurukrame kurvantyahe tuke mukti itham bhuta gunohari. The Lord's qualities are so transcendently beautiful that even the persons who are Atma Rama Chamunayo, those who are self-satisfied, who are satisfied in themselves and they do not look for happiness from an outside thing. These kind of Atma Rama and Munis, examples given of Shukadev Goswami and the son of Kumaras, these kind of personalities, they are satisfied in themselves. They're happy within themselves. And they hardly get attracted or moved by something from outside. But even they take great pleasure in discussing and relishing the transcendental qualities of Hari. Because the Lord's qualities are so, they're in the transcendental state and they are so beautiful that even these transcendentalists, they get attracted. So here we see Shukadev Goswami, Mahamuni, he, when seeing the pastime of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is dancing and rolling in the dust. Is rolling in the dust, and he is offering repeated obeisances, chanting the name of Jagai and Madhai. These Jagai and Madhai name was so impure. Jagai and Madhai, we have read, the Navadvip Vasis, if they saw Jagai and Madhai from a distance also, what they would do? They would go jump in the Ganga, take a bath and go. Just looking at them was considered so impure. They were so sinful. And today that Shukadev Goswami, from whose lotus lips the Bhagavatam was spoken, and Srimad Bhagavatam says, Nigama Kalpataror Galitam Phalam Shukhamukal Amrita Drava Samyutam. Bhagavatam is the ripened fruit, and it has become even more sweet and juicy and nectarian because it has come from the lips of Shukadev Goswami, a Param Vaishnava. That kind of Shukadev Goswami, who spoke Srimad Bhagavatam, whose lips are so great, those lips are uttering the name of Jagai and Madhai today. Just imagine how much merciful is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What is the power of his mercy? That it can directly elevate a fallen, the most lowest of the mankind, to such a highest level where the highest, greatest Paramahamsas, Atma Ramas, they are uttering the names of these two personalities. They are chanting and they're repeatedly offering obeisances. This is the unbelievable, miraculous, chamatkaric mercy of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. This is the power of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. This is the power that we are now luckily able to access. This mercy of the merciful form of the Lord. Next, the king of the heavenly planets. Nache Indra Sureshwara Mahavira Bajadhar Apanare Kore Anutap Sahasra Nayane Dhara Avirata Bahejar Safal Hoilo Brahmasha. The powerful Indra, who carries the thunderbolt and rules the demigods, reproached himself as he danced. Tears continually flowed from his 1,000 eyes, making the Brahmana's curse fruitful. Powerful Indra. Okay, Brahma, Kashyapa, Narada, Shukadev, they are all saintly persons. They are all always, they are always immersed in the thoughts of the Lord. They always preach. This is their duty. They are Brahmanika, they are Brahmanas. They are Brahmanas, they are Vaishnavas, they are always roaming around to preach to different devotees. That is their occupation. They always think of the Lord. But Indra, who is an administrative personality, who is the king of the heavenly planet, who is very attached to his post, as we see, and he has this. He doesn't go about preaching, or we don't see that he's always immersed in the thoughts of what the Lord is doing. We see that Indra is always immersed in the thoughts that is there anyone performing Ashwamedh Yagya? Is someone going to take away my post? Is any demons coming up who will going to attack us? This is what generally we find Indra in Bhagavatam doing. But that kind of Indra, he is continuously crying, just looking at this wonderful pastime, and he is dancing. And beautiful description our Vrindavan Das Thakur says that Indra, he is characterized by having a body full of eyes, and that was a curse from actually a Brahmana. Because of some activities that Indra had performed, the sage Gautama Muni, he had given this curse to Indra. And body full of eyes is very, very not so nice to see. It doesn't look nice, but Indra is living with it. Vrindavan Das Thakur says, today Safala Hoila Brahmasha. The curse of the Brahmana was fruitful today. Why? Because through 1,000 eyes, Indra could see the pastime of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. He could see these pastimes through 1,000 eyes. We find Rupa Goswami in Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's described. He wrote a verse which moved Mahaprabhu so much. Mahaprabhu was so happy, in which he says, Rupa Goswami says, the holy name is, how wonderful is the holy name, how sweet and how amazing is nectarian is the holy name. He explains that why don't I have thousands of tongues to chant the holy name, and why can't I have thousands of ears to hear the holy name? And even if I have, that also will not be sufficient. So here Indra, everyone has only 2 eyes, they're able to see. With that, Indra had thousands of eyes. It was a curse. But today it became fruitful because with those 1,000 eyes, he could relish the beauty and the wonderful pastime of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Prabhura Mahima dekhi, Indra Deva Boda Sukhi, Gada Godi Jai Paravas, Kotha Gela Vajrasar, Kothai Kiri Dihar, Ihar Eshe Bali Krishna Ras. Realizing the Lord's glories, Indra became most happy. as he rolled about without restraint. Where was his thunderbolt? And where were his crown and necklace? This is called ecstatic love for Krishna. So Indra, he is the king of the heaven. What is the symptom or the symbol of a king? The crown he has on his head. That is a very symbolic thing that the king wears. When the crown is not with him, when the crown is in war, we find a description in the scriptures. When the crown of the king is knocked off, it's considered a great humiliation. So that Indra, who is the king of the heaven, that post is desired after by so many people. They take so many great austerity to perform so many yagyas to attain the post of Indra, to become that king of the heavenly planets. And that Indra, he is in great ecstasy, is rolling in such a way. His crown is missing, his necklace is missing, his thunderbolt, his most precious weapon, which has immense power, which was personally made by the order of the Lord. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, describes how the thunderbolt was personally made by the order of the Supreme Lord. The Lord taught how to make this, and it was made by the bones of one of the greatest rishis, Dadichi. And it has so much power, it could destroy demons like Vritrasura, who was one of the greatest demons that history has ever seen. Such a powerful personality, such a pure devotee. So that kind of his body was so difficult to cut, it says, and that was being able to destroy by this Vajra. So that thunderbolt, it's a very precious weapon, and that is now gone somewhere. It is missing from Indra. So all their identity, his crown, his necklace, thunderbolt, which symbolizes him to be Indra, is missing. So he was in that ecstatically, he was dancing. Chandra Surya Pavana Kuvera Vahni Varuna Nache Shaba Jata Lokapal Shabai Krishnera Bhritya Krishnara Se Kare Nritya Dekhiya Krishnera Thakural. After seeing the display of Krishna's glories, predominating deities of the universe like Chandra, Surya, Pavana, Kuvera, Vakni, Varuna, all servants of Krishna danced in ecstasy of love for Krishna. So Pavana is, Chandra is moon god, Surya sun god, Pavana is wind god, and then there is Kuvera, the treasurer, Vahni, who is fire, Agni, Varuna, the lord of water. So all these great personalities, they are always present in this material world. They are all pervasive. These personalities whom we are seeing, their eyes are always there. They are all pervading. They are witnessing everything in this world since time immemorial. That is, since the time this world has been created, manifested. Since then, Surya is witnessing everything that is happening. Chandra is witnessing everything that is happening. But never before have they danced in ecstasy. They have seen everything. If you are used to seeing many wonderful things, if you're seeing these things, you're seeing everything happening, you'll see so many wonderful things happening. After a matter of some time, they will not be any more wonderful. Like for example, the first time you go and see a waterfall, it's so amazing. But for people who are living near the waterfalls, the beauty of the waterfalls is not something very great. They are seeing it every day. It becomes boring after some time. Indra, Chandra, Surya, Agni, Varuna, from the day of creation, they are seeing the activities of material world. There is nothing that they have not seen till now. But for them also, these activities of the Lord are so ecstatic that seeing this, they are all dancing in ecstasy. So there is this beautiful sentence, Eihare she boli Krishna ras. This is called ecstatic love for Krishna. When can we get such kind of ecstatic love for Krishna? Only when we think and ponder upon the pastimes of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. What are these personalities now doing? The Jagai Madhya pastime is over. The Lord has done the pastime and he has gone back to his home. But still, they are dancing in ecstasy. Why? They are repeatedly remembering that pastime of the Lord. They are repeatedly remembering. There is this beautiful verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Daya Karaho Vichar. Vichar Korile Chitte Pabe Chamatkar. The Lord's activities are Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's daya, his mercy is so amazing, which we have to ponder over it. We have to think over it. If we think over it, chitte pabe chamatkar, in our consciousness, in our heart, in our chitta, there will be a chamatkar, a miracle will happen, a transformation will happen. So when will these personalities are having ecstasy just by thinking? We also heard the entire pastime of Jagai Madai, which is who more beautifully than Vrindavan Das Thakur, who is the Vyasadev for describing the pastime of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. From his lotus lips, his writing, we have read the entire Jagai Madai pastime. Still, why are we not dancing like this, like these demigods are? Because we are still not pondering over that mercy of the Lord. We still have not been able to realize the beauty of this mercy of the Lord. If we ponder over, if we do vichar kurila chitte pabe chamatkar. When we ponder over, we are now doing vichar on so many other things. We are having vichar on whether it's going to flood in Mayapur or not. We are having vichar on what is happening in the war in that country. Or we are having vichar about what are we going to cook tomorrow morning. So many things we let our mind ponder on, Vichar means not just thinking. Vichar means analyzing, thinking repeatedly. That is vichar. So we have to analyze the mercy of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then there will be a transformation in our heart, chitte chamatkar. Then this ecstatic love for Krishna that these demigods are feeling, that we will be able to experience also. There is interesting thing. We are seeing these demigods. They are now looking at this person from their place. But an interesting thing that I want to mention was, as we're reading about the demigods, they not only see from their heavenly planet, not only are they seeing this pastime, but they often come to Navadvip Dham also, and to witness the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This Kali Yuga, especially of all the yugas, and the earthly planet of all the places, is not considered a very nice place. Everyone always desires to go to the heavenly planets and reside there. And of all the different times, Satya Yuga, Treta, Dwapar, Kali, other ages are much better off. And so being in the worst time, in one of the worst places in the universe, the earthly planet, is not something very nice. But still, these demigods who are bestowed with all kind of opulence in the heavenly planet, they come to the material world, but they come to this place of Navadvipa, which is not a part of the material world. They come here in this Kali Yuga just to witness the pastimes of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. There is Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Navadvip Dham Mahatmya, he explains, there is a place known as Uchchahatta. And this place is situated in the Madhya Dvipa. Navadvip is 9 islands. We have Antardvip, Simantardvip, Godrimadvip, Madhyadvip, Koladvip, Janodvip, Ritudvip, Madhudurmadvip, and Rudradvip. 9 islands, of which the 4th island is Madhya Dvipa. And in this Madhya Dvipa, there is a place known as Uchchahatta. So what is this Uchchahatta? Why this name Uchchahatta? Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that beside Kurukshetra, in Navadvip Dham, all the holy places are present. So in Madhya Dvip, Kurukshetra Dham is present. So beside Kurukshetra, there is a place known as Uchchahatta. The demigods came here and set up a market. Why they set up a market? For discussing Gauranga's pastime. Therefore, this place is called Hattadanga or Uchchahatta. So the word Hatta means marketplace. Nama Hatta means marketplace of the holy name. So like that, what is the meaning of Uchchahatta? Demigods who are very high living entities. Uchcha living entities. High. And they are coming and discussing what Gauranga Mahaprabhu pastime is a very high topic. So that is also Uchcha, a very high topic of discussion. That is what in this marketplace, the talk is all about a very high topic, which is the Supreme Lord's pastime. And how are they talking? Marketplace, very loudly they are speaking. Everyone is talking, they're raising their voice, and with great jubilation, very loudly they are all discussing this. So again, the voice also loud. So Uchcha Swara in a very high volume. So therefore, this is called Uchchahatta. So there is a allocated, designated place in Navadvip Dham where all the demigods, they sit and they watch the pastime of the Lord, and they loudly, like a marketplace, the demigods are all discussing this pastime. And we see the demigods, they are very much present in all the pastimes of Mahaprabhu. We find that in Gudramadvip, Shri Indra, he is sitting with Mother Surabhi and he's performing tapasya to see Gauranga Mahaprabhu. We find that Brahmaji in Antardvip, he is performing tapasya. So like that, everywhere, the demigods are present in Navadvip Dham and they are always performing tapasya to see Gauranga Mahaprabhu. They are seeing Gauranga Mahaprabhu's pastime and they are in ecstasy, they are discussing these pastimes. नाचे शबा देव गण सभी उल्लसित मन छोट बड़ न जाने हरिषे कत होय ठेला ठेली तब सबे कुतूहली नृत्य सुख कृष्णेर आवेशे. All the demigod danced in ecstasy and forgot who was inferior, who was superior. Although they jostled each other, they were all jubilant as they danced in the ecstasy of Krishna consciousness. So the word thela theli, jostled. So in the heavenly planet, they all were in ecstasy and the crowd was there, they were all dancing. Thela theli means they're pushing and pulling each other. In a crowd, no, when the heavy crowd, we see the Puri Rath Yatra, we see these places, crowded places, so much pushing and stampede. So like that, there was a situation going on. But still they were all jubilant as they danced in ecstasy of Krishna consciousness. This is a lesson for us. When we go to temple, whether we go to a temple like Puri, where it's very crowded when we enter the temple, ancient temples in India, Divya Desham and all, we go, it's very crowded. We have to go through a great pushing and pulling to get a glimpse of the Lord, like Tirupati. Or be it in our own temples on festival days like Janmashtami, Gaura Purnima, there's a great crowd coming. At that time, most probably we tend to get upset by the crowd. We tend to get deviated. Our thought gets deviated from the Lord, meditating on the Lord in the auspicious day, in the auspicious moment, we're taking His darshan, but our mind goes to this pushing and pulling. Here we see, because they were in ecstasy of Krishna consciousness. If we are in proper Krishna consciousness, if our consciousness is completely fixed on the Lord, then we will not be perturbed by these external crowd and other disturbances we will have. So demigods are such great personalities of high living standards. Demigods will never have pushing and pulling. In heavenly realms, they have all the space. They have some Nandan Khan and such beautiful gardens. They don't go for pushing and pulling situations. But here they themselves in ecstasy, the crowd was so much watching the pastime of the Lord that there was pushing and pulling going on. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, when Sri Gaur Sundar appeared on the horizon of Gaura Mandala as baby Nimai, the description is there in Chaitanya Bhagavat. So many demigods, they came in the form of normal human beings, Brahmanas, Brahmanis, ladies, devis and all came to take darshan of the Lord. And it was so crowded. Navadvip itself is so crowded place during Mahaprabhu's time. It was a very big hub of learning, knowledge hub, and it was very crowded with a lot of Brahmanas living. Chaitanya Bhagavat described, Eka ghate lakha koti snan kore. There in each Ganga ghat, lakhs of people would take bath. So, and at that time, when Mahaprabhu appeared in Jagannath Mishra's house, no one knew who came and who was going. So many people were coming, whether they have seen before or not. Such a crowd was there to see the newborn. So like that, the demigods, they always were rushing in Navadvip Dham to keep taking darshan of the Lord. नाचे प्रभु भगवान अनंत चहर नाम विनाथ नंदन कोरि संगे सकल वैष्णव राज पालन जहर काज आदि देव सेह नाचे रंगे. Lord Ananta thus danced in the company of Garuda, the son of Vinata. Thus, Adidev, the best of the Vaishnavas, the maintainer of all, also danced in ecstasy. Adidev, Anantadev, he is described as Bhagavan because he is none other than Shri Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu's one partial expansion is Anantadev. He is the Supreme Lord himself. He is the best of the Vaishnavas, Vaishnava Raj, the best of the Vaishnavas, and he is a maintainer of all of us. He holds the whole world on his head. That Anantadev also, in the company of Garuda. Now, materially speaking, snake and Garuda, they are enemies. But here, transcendentally, both these personalities are their beautiful statement that Srila Prabhupada makes. All contradictions, they become one in the absolute. And when the Supreme Lord comes in picture, then all the contradictions can be solved. So like that, Ananta and Garuda, snake and bird, they both are friends, and they are transcendently, they are in each other's company, they are dancing and enjoying the nectar of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu's pastimes. Aja Bhava Narada Shuka Adi Jata Dev Ananta Vediya Shabe Nache Gaurachandra Avatar Brahma Daitya Udhar Sahasravadane Gai Maje. The demigod headed by Brahma, Shiva, Narada and Shukadev all danced around Ananta as he sang with his 1,000 mouths the glories of Gaurachandra, who had just delivered the 2 Brahmana demons. Ananta, Ananta is known because of thousands of mouths, and he is describing the pastimes of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and all of these great personalities have this great happiness hearing in ecstasy. Keho kande keho hashe deki Mahaprakashe keha murcha pai sheitai keho bole bhalo bhalo Gaurachandra Thakural dhanya dhanya jagai madhai. Some cried, some laughed, some fell unconscious due to seeing the wonderful exhibition of the Lord. Others said, how wonderful are the glories of Gaurachandra! How fortunate are Jagai and Madhai! Nritya Gita Kolahale Krishna Yasha Sumangale Purna Hoila Sakal Akash Maha Jaya Jaya Dhvani Ananta Brahmande Shuni Amangala Shaba Gelo Nash. The entire atmosphere was filled with the auspicious sounds of dancing and chanting in glorification of Krishna. The sound of Jai Jai was heard throughout innumerable universes, thus vanquishing all inauspiciousness. Satyaloka Adijini Uthila Mangala Dhvani Swarga Martya Purila Patala Brahma Daitya Uddhara Bai Nahi Shuni At Prakata Gauranga Thakural. The auspicious sounds were heard in the planetary system of Patala, Martya and Swarga, and surpassed even the topmost planet of Satyaloka. As nothing other than the pastime of delivering the Brahmana demon could be heard, the glories of Gauranga were clearly revealed. So this was the talk of the town, not of this one town, of this one state, one nation, or one continent. It was the talk of the town of the 3 worlds. The 14 planetary system, the entire material world, the entire metal manifested world is talking only about this pastime. What a big pastime is this because this Jagai Madhai pastime, it proved the glories of Gauranga were clearly revealed. Who but Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu would have delivered? No, all other incarnations would have simply killed these 2 personalities. But Mahaprabhu was so merciful. In the mood of Srimati Radharani, Krishna has appeared. This special incarnation, only such a special incarnation can do such special, wonderful pastimes. And the whole world, all the planetary system, nothing else could be heard but this. Keho Heno Mahabhagavata Sabha Deva Gana Jata Krishna Veshe Chali Lena Pure Gauranga Chandera Yasha Vinaya Kona Rasa Taharavadane Mohis. All the Mahabhagavad demigods were filled with love for Krishna as they returned to their respective abodes. They did not speak about anything other than the glories of Lord Gauranga. This should be our condition also. We should pray that one day we should come to a situation where we speak nothing but the glories of Lord Gauranga. This is our only request at the lotus feet of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu and the lotus feet of all these wonderful demigods, that may we always only think of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, only speak of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, only hear of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Sri Narottam Das Thakur has written a wonderful song, Gaurangera Duti Pada. In this song, he says, Jai Gauranger Namaloy, Tara Hoy Premadoy. One who chants the name of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he will immediately have Premadoy in his heart. Krishna Prem will awaken. This is for one who chants the name of Gauranga. And then he says, Gaurangera Madhur Lila, Jar Karne Praveshila, Hridaya Nirmala Bhelotar. A person who hears Gaurangera Madhur, sweet perfumes of Gauranga, in whose ears they enter, that person's heart will become pure, nirmal. It will become free from all contamination. That is a prerequisite for entering Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam Dharma Projita Kaitavotra Paramo Nirmatsaranam Satam. Our hearts be free from envy. For such hearts only Srimad Bhagavatam entrances, we can relish Srimad Bhagavatam. So, such a beautiful song. Then he says, Gaurangera Sangi Gane Nitya Siddha Kori Mane. One who understands that the associates of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, they are Nitya Siddha Parshad. Shejai Brajendra Sutta Path. That person can go to Brajendra Sutta, can attain Krishna. Sri Gaura Mandala Bhumi, Jeba Jane Chintamani, Tara Hoy Brajabhumi Vas. That person who knows that the divine abode of Navadvipa, of Gaura Mandala Bhumi, is Chintamani, is a spiritual world. That person in truth can become a resident of Vrindavan. Only he gets entrance into Vrindavan. Gaura Prema Rasarnave, Shtetarange Jeva Dube. Gaura Prema Rasarnava. Gaura Prem is a ocean. And one who in that Tarange Jeva Dube, who is diving deep in the waves of that ocean, Shri Radha Madhav Antaranga. Only he can become a confidential associate of Shri Radha and Madhava. So this is the beautiful access that Gauranga Mahaprabhu gives us to enter into Sri Vrindavan Dham, to enter into Radha Krishna's pastime. That only Gauranga Mahaprabhu gives us. Jaya Jagata Mangala Prabhu Gaura Chandra, Jai Sarva Jiva Lokanath, Uddharila Korunate, Brahma Daitya Janamate, Shaba Pratikara Drishtipat. All glories to Lord Gaura Chandra, the benefactor of the entire universe. All glories to the Lord of all planets and living entities. Please glance mercifully on everyone in the same way that you delivered the Brahmana demand. Vrindavan Das Thakur is so merciful, is praying for all of us, to the Lord Himself. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Samsara Taraka Dhanya, Patita Pavana Dhanyavan. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Chanda Prabhu, Vrindavana Das Gunagana. All glories to Shri Chaitanya, who as the glorious savior of the fallen souls delivered the entire world. I, Vrindavan Das, sing the glories of Shri Krishna Chaitanya and Shri Nityananda Prabhu. Shri Vrindavan Das Thakur ki jai, Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu jai, Patita Pavan Gaur ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you very much for such ecstatic and very beautiful class, Mataji. Wonderful. Like you have given an introduction, a recap of about all the things that have already been told in this chapter. And then I literally one takeaway from what you told me is like the ecstasy of the even heavenly demigods by seeing the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on such sinful Jagai Madai. And they are in ecstasy that how merciful Lord is, and the way they are dancing, that they lost all their valuable things, and then they are they came to know that where are my things, that much in ecstasy they were dancing, seeing the mercy of the Lord. So literally it's unimaginable that Lord has shown so much of mercy on the Jagai and Mother, who has done, unlimited sins. So hopefully, like in this process, we all get purified and get the mercy of Lord Gauranga Mataji. Thanks a lot. Dear devotees, please go ahead and share your realizations and any questions.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for such a beautiful, beautiful class. Very grateful to you, Mataji, for coming on the call and telling glories of Navadip Dham. It was very nice to hear how Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda is always over there. And it's hub of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thank you so much, Mataji. And Narada Muni Pastor. All the class is so beautiful, Mataji. Very grateful to you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving me this opportunity. Such a beautiful section. Thank you for giving me this, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Yeah, section was beautiful, definitely, but you beautified it with your wonderful class, Mataji. Thank you so much. It was really very ecstatic class. Thank you for your services. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Koti Koti Dandavat Pranam, Jai Sri Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for your assistance. Keep us in your prayers that we all come in Vrindavan Dham, Sri Vrindavan Dham, Sri Mayapur Dham, Sri Jagannath Puri Dham this Kartik month.
Jai, please come, Mataji. Please come and giving me the chance to serve you, Mataji. I'm so happy you're all coming to Mayapur Dham, to Vrindavan Dham, to Puri Dham. Please come.
Mataji, you are Dhambasi. Please pray for us that with family we will come.
Surely, I'm always praying, Mataji. I pray that all devotees from the Bhakti Sangha Japa group, they all come to Mayapur Dham and they all engage me in their service. Please.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, if you have any more realizations or questions. Mataji, there are some comments in the chat section. All the Matajis are, they like it and they are expressing their gratitude and Hare Krishna, dear devotees, if you don't have any more realizations and doubts, so Mataji, with your permission, can we end the call here?
Sure, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mataji, for such beautiful, ecstatic class. And we will be looking forward for your association again in the future. Vanja kalpatarubhyasya kripa
Yasya kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anantakoti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Jai.
की जय
की जय.
praise Antaranga Tulasi
Antaranga
Devi
Tulasi
Mataji.
Mataji ki jai.
Hare Krishna
Jai,
Mataji.
jai.
Dandavat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna
Pranam.
Mataji, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji, for the beautiful class
you,
again.
thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, dear devotees. Thank you for joining us. So we will see you all tomorrow. I'm ending the
And
call.
Mataji, one more thing, the Bhagavatam session in the morning, our Indian time is around
4:50 Mataji. 4:50 p.m.
Yeah,
Yes.
4:50 p.m. Sorry for I was when I was introducing that time, I was telling wrong time. So it is 4:50 p.m. If anyone wants to join, please join at that time for Indian, somebody who is joining from India. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, dear devotees, I'm ending the call. See you all.